بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine and I welcome in this online class. So, this is your science book. Open your science book and come to page number 128. On page number 128, here you have chapter number 16, magnets. Okay, so today we are going to learn about magnets, and in this chapter you will learn magnetic force and poles, poles of a magnet, can metals become magnetic, and magnetic field and field lines, how does a compass work, uses of magnets, electromagnets. Now first of all, what is a magnet? A magnet is a piece of rock and metals that cling other metals. Okay, it is quite mysterious that it has an invisible force that pull any metal towards it. And iron is also a magnetic metal because it can also pulled by a magnet, and some other metals that are having iron in them like steel are magnetic too. And when you see that some metal is pulling towards the magnet, and this shows that it is attracted by a magnet. Now come to this one, that magnetic force and poles. As I have told you that a magnet has an invisible force that cling or stick other metals towards it, and this is called magnetic force. And what are the poles of magnet? Look at here on page number 129. Here we have a picture of magnet. Look at this one magnet. Okay, the magnet, every magnet has two ends where the force is strong, and these two ends are called poles, and they are at the opposite sides of each other. Okay, the one is called the south pole and the other one is called the north pole, and the poles of same kind. Okay, the poles of same kind means that one, okay, the north pole of one magnet and the north pole of another magnet will always push each other and repel each other, while you can see that it can not only repel but it can attract also. When you are having south pole side of one magnet and the north pole side of another magnet, so they will attract each other. Okay, so you have learned that poles of same kind push each other away or they repel each other, while the different or unlike poles pull each other or attract each other. Okay, now come to this one, that can metals become magnetic? Yes, iron and steel are the most common magnetic materials and can easily be magnetized. How? You have to do an activity at your home, that on page number 121, here you have an activity you will do at your home. Take a needle and a strong magnet along it several times. You have to do it several times and in the same direction. Then you will see that the needle will become magnetized. How? Because the stocking organizes the magnetic particle inside the needle. Okay? Now come here, the next one heading, magnetic field and field lines. Look at here in this picture on page number 129. On page number 129, here we have a picture, and they use the dashes to draw field lines. Okay, and you can see that the lines which runs from south to north pole and the north pole to south pole of a magnet, okay, and this shows that a magnetic force works all around the magnet, but it is the strongest at the poles, okay, at the end of the magnet, means that south pole and north pole, it has a very strongest power or force, and the space where the magnetic force work, it is called the magnetic field lines, okay. Now come to the next one heading, how does a compass work? Now first of all, what is a compass? A compass is a tool that helps anyone to find the direction, okay. Now what is a compass? A compass is a small bar magnet, okay, mounted on a pin and that can freely spin in all directions. Now look at here, in this picture you can see that the picture of planet Earth, and the Earth is also a giant magnet. How? Because the Earth is also having two poles, North Pole and the South Pole. Okay? And the magnetic field is strongest where these lines are closest together. Look at these lines and these lines. They are closest together, and here the magnetic field is very strongest, and when it happens, because it is near the poles, and here we have north pole of earth and here we have south pole of the earth, and if you allow a magnet to turn freely, it will always end up pointing at the same direction. Either it will be at the north pole or the south pole, because the earth has its own magnetic effect, and this is called earth's magnetic field, okay. Now come to uses of magnets. What are the uses of magnets? Almost all of the electrical appliances have magnets inside them, okay, and the magnets means compass is used by the sailors to find the direction, or hikers also use compass to find the direction, okay, and the magnets are used to make many electrical appliances or machines like generator, speakers, tape recorders, etc. And magnets are used to keep doors of refrigerator and cabinets closed. Now look at here, electromagnets. What are electromagnets? We use electricity in making of electromagnets. You can see here on page number 130. Here we have a picture. In this picture you can see a crane, okay. A crane is lifting up some iron and steel and raw material. How? Because it is using the electromagnets, okay. So crane use electromagnets to lift up the iron, steel and raw materials, and you can see that many blocks of high rising flats have front door locks on the ground floor that can be operated from the upper stories using electromagnets, okay. So now I hope that you have understand this topic very deeply. Now come to here on page number 131. On page number 131, here we have some keys to remember about this chapter. Number 1 is magnets pull certain materials towards them. A magnet is a metal to which some other metals cling. Magnets make things move with an invisible pull called the magnetic force. Poles are the places on the magnets where magnetic force is strongest. Iron and steel are the most common magnetic materials. Magnetic fields can be shown by drawing field lines. A compass is actually a bar magnet. Electromagnets work by using electricity. Now here we have exercise B. Question is, name these. So number 1 is area around the magnet where the pull of the magnet acts. dash. It is magnetic field. So, okay. So fill this blank with magnetic field. Number 2 is end of a bar magnet dash. End of a bar magnet is poles. Number 3, cranes use a dash. Now cranes use electromagnets to lift up the things. Come to this one, 4. A magnet attracts an object made of dash. Metals like iron and steel. Earth's magnetic north pole is in the dash, northern Arctic. Now here we have exercise C. Exercise C on page number 131. And number 1 is magnets are dangerous to touch. Is it true or false? It is false because we can easily touch the magnet. Number 2, repel means to push away. Yes, it is true statement, so write T for true. Number 3 is magnets are usually made of steel or iron. It is false. Okay, magnets are a piece of rocks or metals, so it is false statement. Number 4 is the earth has its own magnetic field. Yes, the earth has its own magnetic field. It is true. So write T for true. Come to number 5. Number 5 is magnets attract only shiny things. No, magnet attracts the metals like iron and steel. So it is a false statement. So write F for false. Okay. So that's all for today, and I hope you have understand this topic. Okay. Inshallah, we will continue in our next class, and if you have any query related to this topic, you can contact us on WhatsApp. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.